Hi, I'm Sammy, and I work at the A&P. Today is going to be a strange day. I can feel it deep inside. The A&P is a convenience-type store near the beach. I only got the job because the manager, Lengel, is a family friend of mine, but I really only work for the money and to keep me from boredom. The day started off fairly normal. I was 5 minutes early to my shift, and we were understaffed. This isn't uncommon because several of the employees dislike Lengel's attitude, so they never come to work. I don't blame them. Lengel is a big grouch. It started out as a typical day. I was bagging groceries per usual and thinking about all the fun that my friends were probably having at the beach. I always try to be polite to the customers, but this one lady kept telling me that I was scanning too slowly, but we just got new equipment, so I'm still trying to figure it out. I apologized, and as I handed her the receipt, a grouchy weekly customer jumped in my line. That is when my day took a turn for the better. The three most gorgeous girls walked into the A&P with nothing but their swimsuits on. Even the grouchy customer couldn't keep me from smiling. I was about to scan the grouchy lady's Hiho crackers when I heard their voices. I lost complete track of thought and was unsure about whether or not I scanned the crackers. Of course, this lady was watching me like a hawk, muttering to herself how much she hates teen employees and how she was going to speak to the manager about the slow service. Could she get even worse? Once I had finished with her groceries, I had an empty line. This gave me plenty of time to stare from afar. I just couldn't take my eyes off of Queenie. They walked so elegantly. It was like watching an episode of America's Next Top Model. I just stood there in a daze. Two of the girls I came to realize were really not that attractive. Queenie probably only hung out with them so that she would look better. I noticed that Queenie's shoulders were exposed, which in my school district is completely forbidden. I had never seen something so delicate. It was as though her structure was made of the loveliest vines, and her freckled features were the flowers blossoming off of her. It was as though her structure was made of the loveliest vines, and her freckled features were the flowers just blossoming right off of her. As I watched in awe of their check around the store, a thought came to mind. What if they chose my aisle to check out at? I have been known for being socially awkward, and I wanted them to like me, not me be the talk of their beach trip. I didn't want to be remembered as the clown. I could feel the nerves coming on, as my hands began to shake and I could feel my face heat up as if I was a potato being dropped into a boiler. As I was working to calm myself down, I noticed as they went between aisles, they didn't have shoes on. Of course, I began to worry again because Lengel has a big "you must wear shoes in order to shop here" policy. Every ounce of religion in me began to pray that Lengel would not come out of his office today of all days. I knew exactly what would happen if he saw them, and I don't think I can take another episode of his rudeness. After shopping for a good half hour and catching the attention of almost all of the male employees, the girls finally headed to the front to pay. Many of the aisles were closed, as Thursday was our slowest day, but they still had the option between Stokes and me, and unlucky for me, Stokes was already preoccupied with an old couple. So, I got stuck not having to talk to them. Let me just say that the next 10 minutes were the cringiest part of my life. As I began to scan their first item, the grouch comes storming out of his office, and my heart skipped a beat. The second he opened his mouth, I could feel the steam coming out of my ears. I was enraged. I became more infuriated by the second with what he was doing. He was driving away business and humiliating the girls and embarrassing me. The girls can see that I work for such an evil human being, and that is so humiliating. He was yelling at them for not wearing proper clothes and shoes. But we live in a beach community. He should know that people may need food, water, and sunscreen while they are out at the beach. After the girls left, upset, I was so angry that I just decided to quit. I didn't care that my parents know Lengel. I didn't care that I needed the money. I was not going to work for someone that rude. It was so embarrassing to have that happen. So I turned in my apron and name badge, and I walked out. I took my apron and my name badge, and I threw it on the cash register. I was done with the job. I was so agitated. I was hoping to apologize to the girls, but by the time I got outside, they were gone. Must have already been back at the beach. I began to head towards home and let my family know what had happened. Unlike what I had thought, my family wasn't upset with me at all. They were actually proud of me for standing up for the girls. They also said that they would speak to Lengel about his manners. My family has never understood how people can be so rude, but we always try to be as kind as we can to make up for the bad in the world. I'm hoping that my decision will lead me to better opportunities, but all I can do is hope for the best and be the best version of myself that I can be.